Well, good afternoon, Knicks Nation. I hope you're all safe and healthy out here today. Happy Sunday to you. Happy first day of the week. I hope that your family is safe and healthy, and that you are safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders. They combine to try to save lives every day. Those also that pick up garbage to do the dirty work that keeps our neighborhoods clean. And those that make deliveries of food, mail, and other things for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also helping those that are victims of prostitution, victims of child prostitution, victims of pornography and victims of child pornography, victims of human trafficking and victims of sex slavery. Double curses upon all the perpetrators of these things. Double curses upon all those who actually profit from these things, and double curses on all those perverts that create the demand for these evil industries. Finally, blessings upon the homeless. More than 600,000 men, women, families, children, senior citizens, and veterans homeless in the United States of America, and millions more around the world in even worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Welcome, Knicks fan for life. Downell, 140th Street, Harlem, Miss Margaret Edwards, Deshaun Wilson, Superstar Stoop Kid Studios, Michael Drake, Craig Weston, Sabir Jorgensen. Welcome to all of you. So now, this is the thing, brethren. I look at the Knicks, in a sense, the way I look at my wife. What do I mean? Or the way a man has an interaction with a woman. What do I mean? I looked at my wife as a life partner. So I'm looking at somebody that's going to be with me for the long term. So I can't look at it in terms of a one-night stand. I have had one-night stands. And when you look at a one-night stand, you're looking at that moment, at that night, and that's it. You're looking to get out what you can that night, and you're moving on. Good, bad, or indifferent. But when you're looking at a long-term situation, you're looking at building something. You don't go by what little nuances might happen on any particular day. You're looking at a long-term situation. With respect to the Knicks, most of the commentators and platforms are treating the Knicks and the management and the coaches like a one-night stand, and not looking at it in any type of big picture or long term. So I'll give you an example. For example, when you look at the minutes police and this is the thing about one-night stand people is they do the same thing over and over and over again and wonder why they're unhappy. Every single freaking year, Thibs coaches the same way, and the results are the second half of his teams played better than the first half. Every single year. But the one-night stand people will look at, let's say, the last 6 games and see everybody averaging over 40 minutes and then try to make a season projection on that BS. But let's look at least this season. Right now, Mikal Bridges is the top minutes in the Knicks, 39 minutes a game. OG and an OB is 37, 38 for Josh Hart, 35 for Brunson, 35 for Towns. Then you get Deuce with 25. Then you get Payne with 15. And then you get Precious with 19. They just got back Shamet, right? So Shamet really is only played in 7 games and he's averaging 10 minutes a game, and that's been pretty much what you got so far. That's a typical Thibs season. 8-man, 9-man rotation, and you got 3 guys off the bench averaging at least 10 minutes a game. But in our case, you get 19 for Precious, and you get what you haven't had Precious for the whole season. Then you get Deuce with about 25 minutes a game. And so in the course of an NBA season, it's 82 games. There's always going to be games where there's energy, and there's going to be games where there's low energy. It happens to every team in the league, whether they have their starters playing 40 minutes or not. It happens to every team. The key is you want your team playing its best ball in April and May and June. That's what you want. That's the key. The key is playing your best ball in April and May and June. Bull crap, Tyrone Davidson. Please get out of here with that motherfucking BS. No, he's not. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Thibs does the same thing every year, and never does he run his players into the ground so that they're not playing their best ball in April. All the time, they play their best ball in April. All the time. And you still got idiots like this coming in looking at this year. Thibs going to run his players into the ground. Please pay attention to more than just this season. Please do that. Try your best to do that. Okay? Last year, the Knicks had a rash of injuries from Julius Randle, who only played 47 games, MitchRob. They played basically with 6 men to the second half of the year, and they still got second in the East. Injuries are a part of every single team. There's no team in the NBA that doesn't suffer injuries. There's no team in the NBA, none, that don't suffer injuries. Everybody does. The key is, how do the best teams overcome? They find ways to win. So that, again, the Knicks, with basically 6 guys last year, were playing their best basketball in the end of the year last year. Okay? They're playing their best ball. Obi came here and played for a month and then hurt his elbow. Was that Thibs' fault? That he came here for a month and then hurt his elbow? Was it Thibs' fault? Juju hurt his shoulder? Some of y'all just play straight stupid. That's why I can't think. Stupid is as stupid says in this business. Okay, it's amazing. But I try to teach the people listen to exactly, Jericho. I try to teach the people listening to my channel to take a bigger picture look, to stop looking at the one night stand. Look more longer term. Look more longer term. Okay. This is what you got to do, and you'll get a better view of what's happening longer term. So let's start with Thibs. Based on Thibs' history, his teams play better in the second half of the season. That's so consistent from Chicago to Minnesota to New York. His teams play better in the second half of the season. They always start slow. Now, one of the reasons for that many people are not seeing because they're into the one night stand mentality is he plays his rotation heavy minutes, and it doesn't wear them down. What it does, listen, it conditions them. It conditions them. Okay? It's conditioning them. So that by the time they get to the second half of the season, they're so used to it, they're really ready, and they're rolling. They're not tired like other teams' guys. He's conditioning his players. That's what he's doing. And if I just saw it this year, I'd be guessing. But I've been watching it now for 10 years with this guy. He does the same thing every year. He conditions his players so that by the time they get to the playoffs, they are ready. They can roll 48 minutes if they need to. Okay, they ready. And then you add to that the bench, and they ready to go. Okay. And the thing is, this particular season, let's take a look at what we got this particular season. Okay. And we'll get to the injuries and the possibilities of that in a second. But let me just say this overall. Don't trip. Ain't nothing wrong. Don't trip. Stop tripping. They're all good. They're good. Okay. Cat gonna be good. Deuce gonna be good. MitchRob gonna be good. They all good. Okay. Let's stop tripping. Let's stop looking for things to worry about and stop acting like a woman that's having a bad month with no Midol. Because that's what a lot of y'all acting like. A woman that's having a bad month with no Midol. Y'all need to chill. Okay? Chill. We'll be all right. If Cat got up yesterday and had ACL problem, okay, we might have a problem until MitchRob get back. Okay? But for now, and this is the thing. This is the thing, man. You can't worry yourself to death. You have to understand what you have as a team, which you have a tremendous team, New York. And even if somebody gets hurt, that's why you got depth. So the good thing is that we got Mitchell Robinson coming back, and he's going to have to play less than 40 games, which is tremendous. He's going to be in shape. He's going to be slimmer. He's going to be Mitchell Robinson. He's not going to have to score 30 a game, but he's going to disrupt other teams defensively. And that's what he does. He's going to get you more offensive rebounds than anybody in the NBA. That's what you want. Okay? So just relax a little bit. But let's look at where we are and even a bigger picture this year. The Knicks have played 36 games. Okay? We played 36 games. They're third in the East. 36 games in. They're still 2-game losing streak. They're still 2.5 games from Boston. Just 2.5 games from Boston for the second seed. And I'm still telling you. See, overall, what I'm seeing myself, somebody going to lose their spot. 55 plus, top 2 in the East. Somebody going to lose their spot. That's what I'm seeing. So 36 games in, the Knicks are 24-12. 36 games in, they are 24-12. If I told you in September, 36 games in, the Knicks would be 24-12, are you telling me you'd be disappointed? If I told you 36 games in, they're playing at a 67% winning percentage, are you going to be disappointed in September if I tell you that? 36 games in, they are 24-12. They have won twice as many games as they have lost. 36 games in. Okay? Yes, I was, John Paradise. I do remember that team. And so this is the best team that the Knicks have had since Clyde. And I'm not even talking about, see, most people don't realize when the Knicks won their first chip, they didn't have Earl of Pearl. Earl of Pearl came for the second chip. They did not have Earl Monroe when they won the first chip. Okay? They did not have it. Okay? So now the second chip, they had Earl of Pearl, and yeah, they went to a new level. But that first chip was about ball movement and defense and controlling the ball and low turnovers. It was whew. Okay, so you got, to me, right now, you got the best team since then. This is the best team since then. Okay, that's bull crap, motherfucking bull crap, stoop kids, motherfucking bull crap, tomboy, and I'm used to it from you because you're a bull crap machine. You put out bull crap, the way fertilizer's putting on a big farm. That's how you put out your bull crap. Bull crap. I don't care who they play. They play who's on the schedule and when it's on the schedule. And they're going to be better in the second half of the season. Not worried about that. I don't care what teams they play. This ain't, see, again, y'all got to learn. Some of y'all still ain't learned. This ain't college. Oh, they're not beating teams in the top 10. This ain't college. This is the league. And when we get to April, talk to me about who they can't beat. But for now, keep that motherfucking crap to yourself. Again, the one-night stand, wife-beating mentality. Bull crap. Bull crap. Okay? That's what I'm saying. So, no, that's some bull crap. And Viz Shop Please, you're another one. Stop it. Stop with the jerk, baby. Stop it. Every year, my ass. Listen here. Come April, they'll be playing, as they always do, their best basketball. Even in the year that they went and won 37 and lost 45, when they had Kemba and Frenchie in the backcourt for most of the season, even that year, they started winning most of their games in the second half of the season. They do that every year. Okay? No, it's not true. You are lying. You are lying. It's not true. You are lying. Every year, bull crap. Every year, my ass. Every year. Bull crap. No, you're not telling the truth. You're not. They're going to be fine. Okay? They're going to be fine. They're not unlike any other team in the NBA in terms of injuries. They're all the same. Okay? So, like Boston had KP last year just long enough to win the championship. He wasn't even around for most of the season. They had him just long enough to win the championship. And that's why. And why? Because you want them playing their best ball at the end of the season. You're not worried about January. Some of y'all started tripping from November. Okay? No, it's not the same thing every year. You know why I can say that? Because the Knicks have been in existence for more than 50 years. And no, it's not the same thing every year. See, that's what I'm saying. You make statements that are so stupid, you don't realize what you're saying. Are you trying to say it's the same thing every year under Thibs? That's not true either. That's not true either. Stop being negative. Why don't you go root for the damn Brooklyn Nets and get out of here? Yeah, I'm sorry, stupid kids. I didn't see the question. I got to push through all the bull crap coming at me. Okay. So anyway, let's go longer term. So now they are you asking, Stu Kids, when do you think we will turn that corner? Stu Kids, is that what you're asking me? That's the question? Is that what you're asking? When do you think we turn the corner? What game we in? 36? 36? What you think? What's the history? What you think? Y'all paying attention to kids, right? So what's the history? When do they turn the corner? This is the game 36. When do they turn the corner? Generally, right? They start playing well in January. Is that correct? Is that history, Stu Kids? Any of y'all remember anything aside from last week's beat Bill crap from the contents? Any of y'all remember anything? They usually turn the corner around January. Then they go into the All-Star break, get some rest, and then come out like gangbusters after the break. That's generally how they do it. Okay, that's every year. Talking about what's every year. That's every year. Okay, that's every single year under Thibs. That's how they do it. Yeah, they usually January, somewhere around that 40th game, they start turning out. And I don't have to be a prophet to say that because they do it every year. But only some idiots can come out and say every year somebody gets hurt. Or some other idiots, they're not beating elite teams like we in college. This ain't college. This is an 82-game grind. This is the league. Stop trying to project your BS instead of looking at what's really happening. They're 36 games in. They're 24-12. They're third in the East. They got 6 guys averaging double figures. 6 guys averaging double figures. Third best differential in the Eastern Conference. I ain't falling for no hate. Michael Drake, I ain't falling for no hate. You know me. I'm just telling these idiots what it is. Because they come, see what happens is, again, it's like you've been in a series of one-night stands and you've been married and you got the beat wife syndrome and you bringing that crap to this relationship. Go get yourself together, man. Go on, get yourself together, bro. Get out of here with that. This ain't the same wife beater you was dealing with 20 years ago. This team is good. This team is good. This team got a coach. This team got a system. This team got a culture. Okay? This team is good. Okay? So they lost 2 straight. They're not beating good teams. Wait, let me look at the schedule. Let's take a look at the schedule, okay? Since you all talking about they not beating good teams, bull crap. Now let's take a look at the schedule, shall we? Let's take a look at it, and let's talk about the good teams. Now let's go back to the beginning of the season, okay? Let's go back to the beginning of the season. In the beginning of the season, before this season started, okay? Before the season started, listen here, all you wife beating syndrome knuckleheads, please listen here, okay? Before the season started, most people considered Boston, Cleveland, Miami, Indiana, Milwaukee, Philly, right? They were all considered good teams. Denver, Dallas, they were all considered good teams. Orlando, okay, right? They were all considered good teams. Minnesota, all of these were considered teams. Even like New Orleans, because they expected Zion to be there, all of them were considered high-level, playoff-level teams. All of the teams I just named were considered high-level, playoff-level teams. All of them teams. Let me go through them again for some of y'all. Boston, Indiana, Cleveland, Miami, okay, Houston, Philly, Milwaukee, Phoenix, Denver, Dallas. All of these were good teams. Orlando, Minnesota. I think I said that already. Okay, so all of them were considered good teams. Of course, Oklahoma City. All of these were considered good teams. So the Knicks have beaten Indiana. They've beaten Miami. The Knicks have beaten Milwaukee. The Knicks have beaten Philly. The Knicks have beaten Phoenix. The Knicks have beaten Denver. The Knicks have beaten, who else they beat? The Knicks have beaten Orlando a couple times, spanked that ass. The Knicks have beaten Minnesota. The Knicks have beaten and so here's some idiots coming in here talking about they not beating good teams. Wait. Did you just hear what I said? Where are you numbnuts talking about they're not beating good teams? Okay. Again, Viz Shop, please listen. Take the wax out your ear and listen. In September, when you're looking at the schedule, those were all considered playoff teams. All of them. All of them were considered playoff teams. Now you sitting here in December, Monday morning quarterbacking, going to tell us what good teams are. Okay, coach. Bull crap. Okay, coach. No, your analysis sucks. Thanks, Baldy. 10 o'clock, $10. This is the league, man. Your analysis sucks. The Knicks play who's on the schedule. The Knicks have played so many road games, more than about anybody in the league up to this point. Now they're going to get ready to have 7 out of their next 8 at home. Okay? But they beating good teams. I don't want to hear Denver, you crazy? Orlando, you crazy? Miami, Minnesota, all of those are good teams. Yeah, no, you're right, Jabroni. We got some real stupid people trying to claim to be Knicks fans. It's a shame. It really is. Okay. So this whole narrative, the Knicks are not being good teams, is about a pile of PhD. That's bullcrap piled higher and deeper. Okay. Yeah, exactly. If the Knicks beat them, they must not be a good team. Because the haters. Why don't some of y'all go to therapy? Go to Dr. Phil or to go to Oprah with some of this bullcrap that you pushing, man. Please. No, Viz Shop, you stop it. You bring in the bullcrap. Oh, they're not good teams. Denver's not a good team. Oh, Orlando's not a good team. Oh, Philly. You know what? Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all remember when they signed Paul George? How many people were putting them top 3 in the East? Wait. When they signed Paul George, all of a sudden, the Knicks going to have a problem against Philly. Y'all remember that? Any of y'all remember that? No, I'm sure Viz B can remember, because that mofo can't even remember what he had for breakfast this morning. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. All of a sudden, the 76ers were going to give the Knicks problems. Oh, they got Paul George and Joel Embiid and oh my gosh. Man, come on, man. Stop. Telling me to stop. I bet you Fitz-B was one of them motherfuckers talking about, yeah, they're gonna have a trouble with Fitz. I bet you was. Man, please. Now all of a sudden, no, they're not beating good teams. Oh, get out of here, man. It kills me how many people say some bull crap in July and then change by the time you get to December. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. So let's get back to the reality and leave the marijuana smoke of some of these knuckleheads for a second, okay? So they're 24-12. They're not playing their best basketball yet, and yet they just come off a 9-game winning streak. They just come off a 9-game winning streak. Let me say that one more time. They just came off a 9-game winning streak, and they're not playing their best basketball yet. Look, they just come off a 9-game winning streak, and they're not playing their best ball yet. Did y'all hear me? Okay, they're not playing their best ball yet. Okay, so that's where the good thing. Now, another thing. What, in spite of all of the hate and in spite of all of they lost yesterday. Gato Grande had 44 yesterday. Anybody mention that? Gato Grande had 44 yesterday. Did y'all recognize that? Oh, no, you didn't? I'm not surprised. He had 44 and 16 yesterday. And the thing is that if you watch the game from the first quarter, even though Josh Hart had 16 boards, he was getting beat because he was a step slow on defense yesterday. He was a step slow on defense yesterday. And that's, he kept getting beat. And I know from watching him, I'm saying, he don't have no energy today. And that's Hart at his worst. 16 boards yesterday. 16 rebounds. That cat is named properly Hart. He really is. He's named Hart properly, So, that's a step slow. Well, let me explain something to you, Chomboy. And you about jumping on the third rail today because I'm not having your BS today. But step slow is a result of tired. That happens in the league. Step slow is a result of tired. Okay? That's what we're trying to tell you. And it happens to every team. So yesterday, when I saw Hart being a step slow, I knew we were going to have a problem because Hart is a litmus. Hart is a bellwether of the energy level of the team. That's what he is. He's a bellwether of the energy level of a team. Okay. So when I saw him being a step slow yesterday, I knew we were going to have a problem. I knew this was going to be tough. Okay. I knew this was going to be tough. Okay. So that was going to be something that was going to be an issue. And the thing is, I like about it, Cat was a step slow. Hart was a step slow. They were both tired, but Cat still got 44. Hart still got 16 rebounds. This is the thing. When you get to April, they're going to do this without being a step slow. And the thing is about Gato is this. Is there a 5 in the NBA that could guard him? Seriously. Is there a 5-man in the NBA that can guard El Gato Grande? Is there? Because I ain't seen one yet. I ain't seen one yet that could guard him. And to me, the mistake from Friday night, even though they were tired, the mistake from Friday night is Brunson. See, this is the thing, and I'm not trying to be negative on Brunson. Brunson, to me, is an NBA MVP candidate. Brunson is the captain. Brunson, some knucklehead talking about he should be co-captain with somebody. Hey, get the hell out of here. Brunson is the captain. Brunson is the one that stirs the ship. This is the thing. Brunson should have had at least 25 shots Friday night. And I'm not saying Brunson wasn't doing this thing, but this is the thing. When you walk into a game and you know that you got an advantage offensively, you have an advantage at the 5. Okay. You have to exploit that. And Brunson, this is the thing I love about Jalen Brunson. He might make some mistakes. Everybody's human. And some of y'all act like the Knicks are supposed to win every game and Thibs is never supposed to make a tactical error. See, that's the stupid, short-term, short-sighted mentality that I hate to hear. That's why I can't stand to stay on Twitter. Some of y'all just like 15-year-old pimply-faced kids that ain't never tasted nothing good like a woman. You don't know nothing. You ain't even wet behind the ears. You still wet behind the ear. So Brunson makes mistakes. That doesn't mean he's not a great player or that he can't lead the Knicks to a chip, which he can, and hopefully he will. But he makes mistakes. Friday night was one. He should have focused on getting Gato the ball. Okay? He should have focused on making Gato, because Friday night they were using Jalen Williams. Now, I'm not saying Jalen Williams can't play defense. I think I've been putting Jalen Williams on the All-Star team. Every time I vote, I put Jalen Williams in the starting five. Every time I vote, okay, I put Jalen Williams in the starting five. Because he's a two-way player. That boy could ball. Him and his brother. His brother in Utah could ball too. And Jalen Williams, they found that daggone Sam Presti is something else. I've been telling you about him for years. Some people, I said, Sam Presti ain't nobody to play with. He ain't no Jack the Ripper, but that boy is basketball genius. He found another one with Jalen Williams. So they had Jalen Williams guarding Gato. And I was like, I know the guy is good, okay? But he can't guard no Karl Anthony Towns. And you need to feed him the basketball. That was the problem to me. Okay? That was the problem to me. They did not feed him the ball enough. That's the only problem I have. It's a nuance, I think, but they did not feed him the ball enough. But going forward, there's nobody that could guard Karl Anthony Towns. And this is going to be major league in the playoffs. This is going to be major league in the playoffs. Because if you try, and I thought that was very smart of OKC not to put Hartenstein on Gato. They did not put Hartenstein on him. They had Jalen Williams guarding him. They had J. Will guarding him a little bit. They had J. Dub and J. Will. And they had different smaller players guarding Gato. They did not have Hartenstein guarding Gato. I thought that was very smart. That was extremely intelligent. Again, that's what OKC is known for. Very high level of intelligence on the basketball floor. That coach, Juggernaut, whatever his name, very good. So that was smart because come playoff time, Gato's going to be a problem. Okay, so they need to start feeding him a little bit. I think if he ate more Friday, we might have won that game. If he ate more. But looking at it again from the positive perspective, check this out, y'all. The Knicks on the road in OKC were winning up until 3.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They were beating OKC, the top team in the West, who had that time won 12 straight. They were beating them with 3.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Okay, so that tells you what? The Knicks can play with them. The Knicks can play with them. Okay, they can. Okay, and wait, that's without Deuce. I think people are underestimating. Even I've noticed on media, they're underestimating Deuce McBride's importance to the Knicks. He's a guy that averages 25 minutes a game for Tom Thibodeau. That's no exaggeration. That's no joke. He's a very important piece. When you are missing him, you're going to be missing a lot. Okay, so they were missing him Friday night. It's missing him Friday night. And they were there all the way to 3.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Okay, they were there. And so I like the Knicks in a 7-game series against anybody. That's the thing. We can't look at it as game to game here. We got to look at a bigger picture. I like the Knicks in a 7-game series against anybody. Okay? So you give it to them. That's right. They outplayed the Knicks 3.5 minutes down the stretch in the fourth. That's simple as that. They did. But that's going to happen. That's the league. Okay? Exactly, Jabroni. There's so much flying bullcrap out in the air in the Knicks space. I can't even address it all. It's just too much. Like, check this out. So did you read the reports, including from Begley, that said teams are inquiring about Mitchell Robinson? Wait, did y'all see that? Teams are inquiring about Mitchell Robinson, about his teams are inquiring about Mitchell Robinson. Did you see that? You see? Now wait, let me ask you this question. Why would teams inquire about Mitchell Robinson? Even Begley put it out there. Why do you think, and this says a lot of teams, Begley said a number of teams, why do you think teams in the NBA would be inquiring about Mitchell Robinson? Why is that? Why are they looking at Mitchell Robinson? They said, how is this? Begley specifically said, how is his development health coming along? Is he going to, why? Because he's a championship piece when he's healthy. That's why. He's a championship piece when he's healthy. So what does that tell you? Well, first of all, again, if you take away your Knicks hate, which you're supposed to be fans, take away your Knicks hate and look at it objectively. I'd say the Don knows what the hell he's doing. Do you think? I think the Don knows what the hell he's doing. Wait. Do you think? I think the Don knows what the hell he's doing. I think he does. I think from the first year that he was taking over, I've been saying, and I'm not bragging, but I think y'all know, I've been telling y'all, this dude plays three-dimensional chess while everybody's thinking checkers. Didn't I say that? That was 4 or 5 years ago. Remember that? I said, this dude plays chess when everybody's playing checkers. So he knows what he's doing. And Thibs said, MitchRob is coming along very well. He'll be cleared to practice sometime this month, right? That's what Thibs said. He'll be cleared to practice sometime this month. He's running. He's not running full speed yet, but he's running. They're bringing him along slowly. Now, why is that? You get, and they're all, now everybody on the page that I've been telling you about from the beginning, MitchRob is going to be in the second unit. I told y'all that. Some of you know he needs to start, and they need to start Cat at the fort. And I said, no. MitchRob is going to be starting in the second unit. He's going to play in the second unit. See? So when you have a healthy Mitchell Robinson, Shalom Organic, when you have a healthy Mitchell Robinson in the second unit, this is the thing. Talk about depth. See? Now, we missed Deuce McBride against Utah. Campaign and Shamet came in there, and we rocked them, right? We're missing Deuce McBride against OKC, the best team in the West. And the Knicks are with OKC with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. They're ahead. Okay, so you lose the game down the stretch, but that's just, okay, we could ball with y'all, though. We could ball with y'all. Okay? You get a Deuce McBride. You get a Mitchell Robinson. Precious. And then you still got Shamet and Payne. And I told you, who's been the first guy the last 2 games come off the bench? Was it Shamet or Payne? Tell me now. Who's been the first guy come off the bench for Tom Thibodeau in the absence of Deuce McBride? Was it Shamet or was it Payne? What do you think? Which one came off the bench? Was it Shamet or Payne? Who came off the bench first? When Deuce McBride is out, and so the guy who's the first guard off the bench? Oh, it was Shamet. It was Shamet. Look at that. I told y'all. Thibs was like Shamet. I hear you. I'm not trying to down campaign, obviously. But Shamet is going to get most of these minutes. I'm trying to tell you. When Deuce is out there, it's going to be with Shamet. And then you'll bring Payne in for a few minutes. Thibs plays 3 of them together, okay, like he did in preseason. When you get them all healthy playing together, they're going to ball. And you ain't seen Shamet yet. Because Shamet, I think everybody understands, right? If I say Shamet is an elite shooter, y'all understand it? Landry Shamet is an elite 3-point shooter. You ain't even seen that part of his game yet. Right? You ain't even seen that part of his game yet. So when he starts to shooting, so what I'm saying, y'all, again, you're going to get Mitchell Robinson with Precious Achua, Deuce McBride, Landry Shamet, and you still got Cameron Payne. That's depth, y'all. Did you hear me? That's depth. That's depth right there. That's what you call depth. And this depth is not here yet. Like I said, they're not playing their best ball yet. But I told y'all when Precious, Deuce, and Payne were together healthy, there was going to be hell to pay. Did they not win 9 straight? Didn't they? Didn't they win 9 straight? Okay. Didn't they win 9 straight? Okay. So that's what I'm saying to y'all. Yep. OKC was missing Chet and Caruso, and they're going to be good when they get those back. And we're going to be better with Mitchell Robinson. Give me MitchRob. Woo, give me MitchRob. And that's going to be your second unit. You're going to have Chet on your second unit. And you watch. When it gets to playoff time, OKC going to tighten up their rotation like everybody does. And they're going to have Chet leading that second unit. They're going to be good now. They're talking about the best team in the West. This ain't no joke. This is the best team in the West. So, yeah, they're going to be good. But I like our chances. And listen, guess what? Let me ask you. Here's a question. You ready? You ready for this question? If the Knicks meet OKC in the playoffs, what part of the playoffs is that? Wait. If the Knicks meet OKC in the playoffs, what part of the playoffs is that? Talk to me now. If the Knicks are playing the Oklahoma City Thunder in the playoffs, they're in the finals. That's right. They're in the finals. I'll take that. I'll take that. Would y'all take that? I'll take that. Let's do it. That's all I'm saying. And OKC to me right now is head shoulders above every team in the West right now. Head and shoulders above every team in the West. The only team that might be close to them is Dallas. If when Luka get back, I'll give Dallas that. I don't know what Minnesota is doing right now, but they're gonna have a problem. And Memphis is good now, but there's nobody touching OKC right now. They're healthy, they're young, they got energy. 2 back-to-backs don't bother them. Now, I'm not worried about Denver now. I mean, Denver seems to have lost a little something. And I think, and that's why you've been here. Have y'all heard the rumors about them looking to trade Michael Porter Jr.? Which I can't believe they would even discuss that. I can't believe that's even a discussion. But I think they missed when they won their chip. One of their guys end up going to Indiana. The guy, he got like a 2-year, $45 million deal, and now he's in Toronto. And they lost Contavious Caldwell Pope, and he's now in Orlando. And the thing is, brethren, is that when you're winning a chip, you need, in the championship, in the playoffs, you need those ancillary guys. We all know the Joker's MVP level. Yeah, they lost Bruce Brown, and then they lost, and Bruce Brown was big time for them in that championship series. And KCP was big time for them. And then, of course, the guy that was then a rookie, Brown, spelled like Braun, but it's pronounced Brown, coming off their bench was big time for them. Now he stopped, but you need those ancillary pieces to win the chip, which is why I don't believe Phoenix got no shot. See, when they put all their money in them 3 guys and they're now dependent on 2 rookies to help with their defense, they're going to have a problem because you need those ancillary guys. What makes Oklahoma City so good? They got the MVP candidate, which I think should be MVP, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He should be the P right now. But you got him, you got Hartenstein, you got Chet, you're going to have, like I said, you're going to have J-Dub. You got the team, right? But it's the ancillary pieces that win that championship. It's Jay Wills. It's Dortz. It's those guys. Kendricks. It's those guys that win you the chip. Okay? It's those guys that win you the chip. And that's what that makes the difference. See? So that's why I'm not worried about Denver. Oklahoma City is deep. They're talented. And they're not even, to me, honestly, they're not playing their best ball yet either. Because of what somebody mentioned earlier. They still don't have Caruso, and they still don't got Chet Holmgren. They're not playing their best ball yet either. Okay? So they're going to be rough, man, when it comes down to playoff time. I don't see, unless some major injury happens to them, they're going to roll in the West. They're going to roll. Now, the East is more of a dogfight. Boston is good. Cleveland is good. The Knicks are good, okay? You got 3 teams. They're gonna be fighting this out all the way to the end. Now, the thing is about Cleveland. Can I say Cleveland has had, this is the 3rd year that they've had Donovan Mitchell? Right? This is their 3rd season with Donovan Mitchell. I think it is. This is their 3rd season that they've had Donovan Mitchell. They traded for Donovan Mitchell. They traded Lauri Markkanen. They traded Sexton and a few other pieces they traded to get Donovan Mitchell, plus some 1st-round picks. Yeah, Butcher coming. Thank you, Corey Lee, for the $2. So they got a team though, right? Let's looking at when you're looking at Cleveland. Let's take a look at them. They are, obviously 30-4. Shoot, they balling, man. They only lost 4 games. So they got Garland, Mitchell, Max Strus, Mobley, Jared Allen. That's a hell of a starting 5. Then they got Karis LeVert. They got Isaac Okoro, who's out right now. Sam Merrill is the real revelation there. He's just a jump shooter, but he's fitting very well. George Niang. They got a nice, very nice depth on their team. That's why they're 30-4. But they've had this team now, with the exception of Max Strus and maybe George Niang, but they've had this team for 3 years. The first year you kind of give them, because that's the first year they had Donovan Mitchell. The Knicks beat them in 5, right? But then last year they lost in the 2nd round in 5. I think they lost to Boston in 5 last year. So if they don't, first of all, they got to prove they can win with this team in the playoffs. This is not a new team. This is the same team. So now to me, the big thing this year is the development and the arrival of Evan Mobley. Kind of expected Mobley to be that dude when he came out of USC, and here we are. Here he comes, man. This cat is the real deal. So you got the same team. Now you really have a new player with Evan Mobley, because now he's getting to that next level. So they got to prove they can win in the playoffs. That's the thing about Cleveland. And the way they're playing right now, they would play the 8th seed. Then it's going to be, they should get out the 1st round very easily. This year, the 2nd round is when they're going to be tested, because in the 2nd round, it's going to be New York, Boston, and whoever, probably Orlando, I would think, would be in that. But then again, Orlando just lost. They just lost they lost Mo Wagner for the season. So I don't know, but somebody's going to be in the 4th seed. And then Suggs, I don't know how. Did y'all get a report on Suggs? How Suggs hurt his back the other day? Did y'all see that? Is he day to day? I want to check. Let me see. Is Suggs day to day? I don't know how serious that injury was, but he hurt his back the other day. He's been ruled out for today's game with the Jazz. Gary Harris is out again. Anthony Black is questionable. They're still waiting for Franz and Paulo to get back. They're gonna have a pretty rough time of it, So they got the talent to be top 4 in the East, but I don't know how that's going to play out. But anyway, Cleveland's going to play whoever's the 4th seed in the East, and that's going to be a test for them. Okay, so if Cleveland does not, and this is for me, just watching it as a fan with Donovan Mitchell now in his 3rd season, am I being too harsh on them if I say if they don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals, they fail? Am I being too harsh if I say that? Because I think that's fair. With the team they got, they've been together now for their 3rd season with Donovan Mitchell. They should get to the Eastern Conference Finals. If they don't get to the Eastern Conference Finals, this Donovan Mitchell thing ain't working out. That's the way I was thinking. Okay. If they don't they should be getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. Okay. So to me, I'm not like, to me, I'll reserve judgment to see if they do that. Okay. Yeah, Walter White, and this is the thing. There's a number of teams, and Walter White says he thinks the Hawks or the Bucks will contend for the 4th spot. And I'm not going to tell you're wrong, because it could. I think that, and again, have y'all noticed how much internal trouble Jimmy Butler is causing the Miami Heat? Have you noticed that? How much internal trouble? Not even talking about on the floor now. Internal problem. And this is, to me, this goes back to Chicago with him. Once Thibs left Chicago, that boy was acting up. Okay. So he was acting up in Chicago. He was showing his ass in Minnesota. He was showing his ass in Philly, and now he's showing his ass in Miami. This dude is getting 50 million. I think he's getting 50 million this year, 40 million. And he wanted to go to Miami, and he's saying he's lost his joy to play basketball. That came out of his mouth the other day. He lost his joy to play basketball? No, seriously. $49 million. He's starting on a team that's a playoff level team, and he's lost his joy. No, you know what really happened? They didn't give him an extension. Pat Riley is Pat Riley. He ain't stupid. He ain't stupid. He didn't give it what? Look, let's look at a recent example. Philly gave big money to Paul George. How's that working out? Philly gave big money to Paul George. Got past 30. What they gave him? Was it $100 million over 3 years? $120 million over 3 years? $200 million? How much they give Paul George, y'all? I don't remember. How much they gave him? Whatever it was, all I'm saying is, how's that working out? You know, that was a bad move. I thought it was bad when they did it, and I was telling y'all, I don't think Philly's going to be no threat to the Knicks. Some people argue with me, you'll see, watch. Okay, I never thought Philly was going to be any threat. They got him for 49 this year, 52 next year, 54 the year after that, and he got a player option for 56. That's $200 million for a dude that's 30 years old, 34. Okay, so yeah. So if now the dude in what's his name, Daryl Morey, he's been doing this since he was in Philly, writing big checks, getting big stars, and not winning. Right? Y'all know that, right? Morey been doing that since he was in Philly. I mean, since he was in Houston, writing big checks, getting big names, and not winning. And he had a lot of them in both Houston and Philly. He caused you to spend a lot of money, caused you to get talked about a lot, but he ain't winning nothing. So if you think Pat Riley's that stupid, so Jimmy Butler's causing all kind of ruckus. And how old is Jim? How old is Jimmy? How old is Jimmy? Jimmy, give me my money. How old is Jimmy? How old is that boy? Oh, wait a minute. He's 35 years old. 35, and he's looking for an extension? Hey, wait. Let me ask y'all, how many championships has Jimmy Give Me My Money won in his career? How many championships has Jimmy Gimme won in his career? Can you please tell me how many has he won? I can't remember. Could you tell me how many chips has Jimmy Gimme? Oh, the big goose egg. The boy's on a nut and not in a good way. The boy's on a nut and not in a good way. And the boy at 35 said, "I'm lost my joy for the game." And y'all, some of y'all, there's still as late as this week, people talking about this is a no-brainer. Knicks should talk to Miami about Jimmy Butler. I was like, wait, what? What? Oh my gosh, man. Yeah, Jimmy Gimme should go paint his nails, straighten his damn hair. Just stay out of New York, okay? Jimmy, give me my extension. Jimmy, get on the train and get the hell out of Miami. Jimmy, give me. So there you go. If y'all think Pat Riley that's stupid, see, you should appreciate the brilliance of Pat Riley and the Don. There you go. So yeah, that's what happened down in Miami. See, if Jimmy Gimme was focused on winning the chip this year, they might be a threat. But Jimmy Gimme saying, y'all ain't gimme, so I'm ready to go. 4 years, $212 million for a guy that's 35 years old. Woo! That's good, man. That's good money, ain't it? Hey, you got to give me some credit. The boy getting paid ain't winning no chips now. See, from the fans' perspective, right? From the fans' perspective, you and my perspective, we don't care what you're getting paid. Can you give us a chip? Can you help us get this chip? Am I right? Right? Can you help us get this chip? Can you help us get this chip, Jimmy? Can you help us? Can we get the chip with you? If we paying you $200 million, more power to you, bro. But that ain't putting no W's in our collar. That ain't getting us to where we need to be, Jimmy. Gimme. You know, honestly, I don't care. You send Jimmy Gimme to be with Anthony Ambulance. Have fun. They still ain't beat no OKC. They're going to still get their ass whipped by OKC. Send Jimmy Gimme to be with Anthony Ambulance. Go trade and get Dorian Finney with Jimmy Gimme, and you still getting your ass whooped by the OKC Thunder. Oh, man. There you go, baby. There you go. Oh, man. Nah, Ace, I'm sorry. That's some bull crap, man. Nah. Miami gets guys off the street from the damn scrap heap and they be in the playoffs. So I ain't trying to listen here. Pat Riley have how many championships? Give him a pass. I think I done heard it all. Now, Pat Riley, wait. This dude got 5 in LA and at least 3 in Miami. You talking about you not giving him a pass? He came to New York and all they had was Patrick Ewing. That mofo won 60 games. Oh, please. Pat Riley's a damn legend, man. Stop it. He's a damn legend. And Jimmy Gimme should go down there for the LA and play with Anthony Ambulance and Dorian Finney and see what they could do. Shoot, man. Y'all crazy as hell. Don't give him a pass. What the hell? Wait, you must be working for ESPN. You must be. Come on, baby. This is Pat Riley you talking about. That's like you trying to compare high school to the league, man. That crap right there, that's elementary school level. This is PhD in the league, man. Shoot, you can't be messing with Pat Riley. Y'all crazy. I'm glad you came though, man, because you're making me laugh. Because some of these motherfuckers were getting ready to get on the third rail. You helped me out, man. You helped me out right there. Thank you. Man, please. There's certain dudes you can't mess with. There's just certain guys you can't mess with. You can't mess with Pat Riley. You cannot mess with Danny Ainge. You cannot mess with Sam Presti. You're going to lose. You're not going to win. You're going to lose. Don't mess with them. You can't mess with Ainge. You can't mess with Presti. You can't mess with Pat Riley. And for now, let me tell you something else. Right now, you can't mess with the Don either. You can't mess with the Don. What, you crazy? You can't mess with the Don. You ain't gonna win. Shoot, man. Shoot. You can mess with roll the dice Daryl Morey. 200 million, 35 years old. No problem. Write the check. You can mess with roll the dice Daryl. You can do that. Please. Oh, gosh. Well, Michael Drake, I'm trying to be fair. So I say, okay, this is their third season together, pretty much. Like 80% of that Cleveland team, 90% of it. It's their third season together, right? So I would say, okay, first year you get gentlemanly swept. You got personally gentlemanly swept by MitchRob in the first year. Okay. Your second year. Okay, you make it to the second round and you get genuinely swept by Boston. Okay. All right. So in the progression, let's go to the progression of things. You should get to the Eastern Conference Finals this year. Okay, that's the progression of things. Now, you might say, they should go to the finals. I hear you. I can't argue with you on that. But I'm trying to be fair as I can. So your first year, you get gentlemanly swept in the first round. Your second year, you get gentlemanly swept in the second round. In your third year, you might get gentlemanly swept in the finals, Eastern Conference. Okay. There you go. Okay. Oh, don't forget to mention that Butler beat Boston and Milwaukee. I'm sorry, Tyrone. Did they get a chip from that? I don't remember. Did they win the championship that year with Jimmy Gimme? Did they win the championship that year? And Jimmy Gimme, was Jimmy Gimme in his prime? Like, don't you expect a guy in his prime to do stuff like that? Isn't that kind of why you did him? Like, you didn't sign Jimmy Gimme so they could lose to Milwaukee and right? You didn't sign them so they could lose to Boston, Milwaukee, right? You signed Jimmy Gimme so they can get to the finals. Isn't that why you signed them? I think that's what you did it for. Like the Knicks, we didn't get El Gato Grande so we can make it to the first round. We got El Gato Grande because we're trying to put this foot up in the NBA ass all the way to the finals, right? So Jimmy Gimme has been in Miami for a few seasons. So you're expecting them to beat Boston and Milwaukee. I mean, right? Am I wrong about that? Right? So, if that's his career highlight, good for him. When he's on Sports Century and you're talking about top 100 players and he's in 80th or whatever, and you could talk about Jimmy Gimme, he was helping one, be one hell of a story. But for the fans, look, we looking for championships. And Jimmy Gimme ain't delivered dilly. He ain't delivered diddly as far as championships. And look, the Miami Heat take dudes off the scrap heap and make them NBA players, man. Dudes that couldn't play nowhere else. They could go to Miami. That daggone Eric Spoelstra puts them in somewhere and they look like stars, man. Okay? So I don't want to hear nothing about Jimmy didn't get no help. You got plenty of help. Bam is a baller. Tyler Hero is a baller. These cats can ball, man. Okay? These cats can ball. So now some of y'all talking about let Jimmy Gimme go with Dorian Finney and join Anthony Ambulance and they're gonna beat OKC. Okay. Okay. The difference is, and Michael Drake, again, please, come on. All due respect, my brother. All due respect. How old is Luka and how old is Jimmy Gimme? Do we compare that? And does their ages make a difference in their development where they at in their career? So I don't think Luka is 25 yet. Is it? I'm just saying. Whereas Jimmy Gimme is 35. I don't think Luka 25 yet. So in that particular situation, Luka ain't even in his prime yet. And they went to the finals later. Luka ain't even in his prime yet. No, I'm just saying though. Am I correct or not, y'all? I'm just check me if I'm wrong now. Luka is not even in his prime yet. Whereas Jimmy Gimme, he looking for more Jimmy, and he ain't really in the game no more. He ain't got that kind of muscle. As Mo Green said, he ain't got that kind of muscle anymore. He being chased out of Miami by the 5 families. He ain't even got that kind of muscle no more. Oh, man. I know it's not right, Wolf, but am I right on that or not? Is that correct? Like, let me look up. How old is Luka, man? Let me just look this up. I want to make sure I'm not exaggerating or anything, right? I'm talking about Luka Doncic, right? How old is that boy? He's still a boy. He making man's money. I mean, he's like a prodigy. I always said that. The boy was 15, best player in Europe when he was 15 years old, man. So, wait, how old is this boy? Luka, 25. He just turned 25. You ain't even seen his prime yet. So we can't compare Gimme Jimmy to him. You can't compare Gimme Jimmy to him. He ain't even in his prime yet. You got 2 more seasons for homie reach his prime. Yes, I'm saying so. So, Mo Green said, oh, you're being chased out of New York by the 5 families. The Corleones ain't got that kind of muscle anymore. That's what Pat Riley telling Jimmy's agent. Your boy ain't got that kind of panache anymore. Can we get rid of him? What can I get from him? Shoot, I ain't giving him no damn extension. He's 35 years old. Shoot. What I want to know is, what is Pat Riley gonna get for this fool? What y'all think? Who's stupid enough to offer him an extension? Oh, wait a minute. He could call Philly. He can call Philly. Daryl, roll the dice, Morey. Daryl, roll the dice, Morey. Shoot. Watch Daryl roll the dice. The Lakers, too. I just find that so funny, though. Because what started me off is somebody tried to say, well, give him credit for beating Boston and Milwaukee. Oh, is that why you paid him all that money, just to beat Boston and Milwaukee? I thought y'all was trying to get this chick. No, Pat Riley don't play to just beat Boston, Milwaukee, man. You got to come with the chick. Oh, that's right, Michael Drake. He already done played his way out of Philly. Even Daryl rolled the dice ain't going to give you no money for that. You know what, though? I don't really know. I don't know what team would take him. I'm thinking maybe Houston, but what Houston would give up, I don't know. Oh, yeah. I think Butler will be traded by the time you get to the trade deadline. I'm just wondering who's the sucker that's going to take that money on and give him an extension. Is it New Orleans? This is the thing, though. Jimmy Butler does not control where he goes. Yeah, right? Jimmy Butler does not control where he goes. And especially, he done pissed off Pat Riley. Pat Riley might send that fool to Charlotte, man. That's what I'm saying. He might. Well, I know you're talking about all these championship teams, but he ain't got no control over that. Pat Riley might send that fool to Charlotte. And I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. So you done pissed off Pat Riley. You shouldn't have did that. That movie. What is that movie? What is it? It's not Boys in the Hood. Is it Boys in the Hood? No, it's not Boys in the Hood. Menace to Society. I make that mistake all the time. Menace to Society. You know you messed up, right? You know you flocked up, right? You done pissed off Pat Riley. You know you flocked up, right? You said you went to the store. What time? You went to Miami. What time? How much did they pay you? And you talking about you lost your joy? You just messed up, right? You know you're flocked up, right? I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to Brooklyn. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to Charlotte. I wouldn't be surprised. He done messed up. Because I don't know no team. Well, maybe Golden State. Now, some of y'all mentioned Golden State. I could see that. Although I'm wondering, what do y'all think Golden State will be willing to give Pat Riley to get 35-year-old Jimmy Butler? That's what I'm wondering. Seriously, though, what would Golden State be willing to give up? You know they're keeping Steph Curry, right? So, okay, are they giving up? Are they giving up? Who are they giving up? I don't know who Golden State is giving up. They got to give up a youngin, and they need the money, right? Right? I wouldn't be surprised if he go to the Wizards. I wouldn't be surprised. The Suns would want him. The Suns would definitely want him. But who are the Suns going to give up? Who are the Suns going to give up to get Jimmy Butler? I'm just wondering because they paying all their money to Durant, Booker, and Beal. To me, the only legitimate piece on Phoenix that possibly theoretically would go back to Miami is Beal. Because Beal is overpriced and he's not playing the way they're paying him to play. That's the only, right? Right? So I don't know who's going to pay that money. And not only that, they're getting a rental. Detroit, maybe. But I don't know. I mean, I can understand. To me, you can name any team. San Rio's, maybe Detroit. I mean, maybe you can name any team. Would Pat Riley be willing to take on a bad contract and Chris Middleton and send him to Milwaukee? How many draft picks? Because they're gonna need some draft. Pat Riley ain't stupid. So we're gonna need something. We're gonna need some compensation if we're taking on this knucklehead. We're gonna need some compensation. So what they got as far as draft capital? Let me see. Milwaukee got their first in 2025 is going to Brooklyn. Their first in 2026 is top 16 protected, but going to New Orleans. They got their first in 2027 going to Atlanta. Their first in 2028 is top 6. Nah, forget Milwaukee, y'all. Forget Milwaukee. Unless there's cap relief coming. Is there cap relief coming? If they send them to Milwaukee, what is the contract for Chris Middleton? Chris Middleton got $34 million player option next year, and then he's off the books. Maybe they send Chris Middleton to Miami, and Miami gets some cap relief because then they can go after some free agents later. Chris Middleton and maybe, I don't know. Shoot. I don't know, man. That's what I'm saying. You think Golden State will give up Kuminga? All right, let's talk about that. If Golden State gave up Kuminga, then Miami, I would do that if I'm Miami. But you got to send some more money than that to make the money match, right? You got to send some more money. Jimmy Butler's getting $49 million. Kuminga, what Kuminga getting? I think Kuminga just signed an extension, if I'm not mistaken. I think he just signed an extension. Let me just double check that. I think he did. Kuminga is a boy. Kuminga's 22. No, he ain't signed no extension. Kuminga's going to be a restricted free agent. You got to make the money work, though. And I don't know how they do that. How does Golden State make that money work? They got to send out, remember, you got to send out $40 million. So you got Kuminga, that's 7.6. You got to send out $33 million. Are you going to send out Draymond Green? No, I don't know. They just got Dennis Schroeder. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm wondering how that works. They got to send out Andrew Wiggins. So in order to get Jimmy Butler to Golden State, you probably are talking about Wiggins and Kuminga. Now, do you think that that's worth Golden State? Do you think Golden State? Well, I can see that. I can actually rationalize that. Because if I'm Pat Riley, I'm getting a solid replacement that's not going to give me no head cases in Wiggins, and I got a young piece that's going to be a stud. And Jimmy's 35. So if I send out Andrew Wiggins, who's 29. And I send out Kuminga, who's only 22. If I'm Pat Riley, I do that. I pull that trigger if I'm Pat Riley. I pull that trigger. I'm not sure. It's a big risk for Golden State, but Golden State's got to be all in right now, right? So you only got about 1 to 2 more years left for Steph Curry. And so you got to do that. So you rent Jimmy Butler, and if he walks, you save $49 million off your books, and you let him walk. Because you got some nice young talent over there in Golden State. I mean, really, they do. They got that boy, I can't say his name, Podebensky or whatever, Podzemski. He's 21. Kuminga's 22. Moody's 22. Trace Jackson Davis 24. They got some nice young talent over there. So you know what? That's about, to me, the best scenario that I can see. That's absolutely. The Pistons, no, I wouldn't do it I wouldn't pay nobody. For 1 year, maybe. Because Ivy's going to come back, and you got a lot of young talent over there. I don't know about that. Yeah, I wouldn't do it either, Tyrone Jefferson, but I'm saying if I'm Pat Riley, I take that. If you're Pat Riley and Golden State offered you Kuminga and Wiggins for Butler, would you do that? I would do it in a heartbeat. I would do it. Last year of his deal. That's right. Last year of Kuminga's deal. Last year of Jimmy Butler's deal. You got Wiggins for a couple more seasons. Wiggins is there for, let me see. You got Wiggins. He's 29 years old. You got him for 3 more seasons. So you lock him in for 3 seasons. And that's pretty, and his contract is very reasonable, going forward. That's a very reasonable deal. So I would do that if I am Pat Riley. Now, will Golden State offer that? That would be rough. Yeah, you got the Bulls. But the Bulls are looking to get off of Zach LaVine, right? The Bulls are looking to get off of Zach LaVine. That's what they're looking to get rid of Zach LaVine. Chicago is. So what's LaVine's contract? LaVine is 29. And yeah, you got big money tied up in him. You probably got for the next 3 years 130, 140 million in LaVine. So if I'm Chicago, but I don't think Pat Riley wants LaVine though. Would Minnesota do it? What y'all think about Minnesota? I think if they wanted to trade Juju for, they could trade Juju for Jimmy Gimme, and I don't know. Nah, I mean, we ain't mentioned Houston. I'm just not sure what Houston would give up. The only money that matches in Houston is Fred VanVleet. And I don't think they want to give up Fred VanVleet right now. Not right now. That's the point guards, right? So I don't think Houston wants to do that. I'm going to tell you what. Whoever takes Jimmy Butler, unless it's a yeah, I mean, I could see Juju, because Juju actually is a Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra type of guy. They can put their foot in his ass and he'll play a little defense. And they got a very much a bull, that could play the 4 for them. I could see that. And Bam Adebayo fits better, I think, with Juju than Gobert. I think Bam Adebayo fits better. So Miles Bridges, the wife beater, you want him in your locker room? So you're replacing, you're getting rid of the boil and you're taking on the toothache? I don't think so. I don't think so. You're getting rid of the boil and taking on the toothache? I don't think so. I think Minnesota's a possibility, and I think Golden State. Those are good possibilities. I could see that. We'll see. We're going to see. Because Juju is up for an extension after this year, right? I think they only got to pay Juju for this year, and he's up for an extension. And Juju, of course, is much younger than Jimmy Gimme, right? I mean, Juju is much younger than Jimmy Gimme. Let me see. Juju is 28, 29, 30, something like that. He's 5 years younger than Jimmy Gimme. Juju is 30. Yeah, so you got him. He got a player option for 25, 26. So you could get him cheaper. You can get him cheaper. I like the Minnesota move. I like the move for Golden State. If you're Golden State, you got to trade Wiggins and you got to trade Kuminga. If you trade Kuminga and Wiggins, you're in the realm of Jimmy Gimme. Yeah, you're in the realm of Jimmy Gimme. Yeah, what do y'all think Jimmy Gimme for Zion Williamson? Would y'all do that? Wait. If New Orleans offered Zion for Jimmy Gimme, would you do that? Would y'all do that? I don't know. That that's interesting though, isn't it? That's interesting though. Whoo, Lord. Gimme for Zion. Zion ain't playing this year. You got him locked up. Gimme will play, but I think if I'm not mistaken, I think New Orleans is way on the outside looking in, right? As far as playoff. Let me see. New Orleans is they don't win 6 games this year. Damn, they ain't going nowhere. I don't know if I do that. Unless I'm looking to clear money off my books, and Miami's got to give me some draft compensation. Lots of draft compensation for Zion. Lots. I don't know if Zion is done for the season, but for all practical purposes, he has not played, right? Right? Let me see. What do they got? I'm looking at the injury report. He is out, won't play Sunday's game. They just say he's out. They don't say it's a hamstring. Homie got the fat gene, unfortunately. Zion got the fat gene. So that's a problem. You know what I mean? That's a problem. Yeah, exactly, Michael Drake. I agree with you there. I ain't going to front. So, look, but listen, we talking about these teams, right? The Knicks don't have any of these problems. That's how we started this. I'm telling you, please think about who you be asking the Knicks to go get. Some people was begging them to go get Miles Bridges. I was like, what? The wife beater? Are you crazy? And then now Jimmy Butler. I've seen this just this week. This is a no-brainer. They need to call Miami about Jimmy Butler. And some idiot come on talking about, well, he tried to get Jimmy Butler last year. No, he didn't. Wait, did you get that from Sports Illustrated or NBA Central? Which pile of dirty toilet paper did you pick up that the Don was trying to get Jimmy Butler last summer? Come on now. Come on, man. Zion has a hamstring problem due to excess pressure on the hammy, due to excess pressure from Oreo, excess pressure from the Oreo Corporation and Nabisco. He's having a little problem from excess pressure from the Oreo Corporation and Nabisco. And he got too close a relationship with Duncan Hines. That's the problem. He got too much of a relationship with Duncan Hines and Oreo and Nabisco. That's the problem. Him and them elves doing too much business with that gumbo. I'm trying to tell you, man. He eating too many scavengers down there in New Orleans. So I don't think Jimmy gonna have any kind of possibility of going down to New Orleans. That's right. Him and the Twinkie Corporation got too close of a relationship. His hangers on include Twinkies, Oreos, Nabiscos, and elves. And then he got a side dish with Haagen-Dazs. So he got too close a relationship with his entourage. That's causing him to miss time. That boy should be visiting Ketoville instead of Twinkieville. But no, I don't think Jimmy Gimme is going there. But let's talk about the Knicks. So I'm going to get out of here in a few minutes. I'm going to take my wife to dinner. Maybe my mom's too if she feel like going. So we get ready to do some dinner today. But listen. El Gato cannot be guarded by anybody in the NBA. He might have tweaked his knee a little bit. He's going to be all right. Brunson is Brunson. And he's got to figure out, no, New Orleans don't serve no clean food. I don't eat catfish, or I don't eat no fish that don't have fins and scales. I don't eat no alligator. And so gumbo and shrimp and all that ain't for me. I'm more halal, put it that way. I'm more of the halal variety. If you know, then you know. All right. I'm more halal dude myself. So New Orleans wouldn't fit with a brother. Halal, right. Halal guys, right. When I was in Minnesota, I had delivered to me 2 halal burgers. You taste the difference I had a lamb halal burger and I had a beef halal burger. And I'm telling you, you taste the difference. in that meet. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. So, yeah, Nolans wouldn't work with the bro. But Brunson is Brunson. Brunson is figuring out how to read teams. And he's gonna get it. Brunson is smart. He's gonna get it. Mikal. Hey, listen, can I say to y'all now, could we stop with the negativity about Mikal Bridges and how much we paid for him? Are we ready to stop with that? Mikal has been balling. Is that correct? Am I lying to y'all? Mikal Bridges has been balling. I love to watch him play. That boy play like a kid that's having fun all the time. I like the way Mikal play. Mikal been balling and playing lockdown defense. Josh Hart is the energizer, Charlie Hustle for the Knicks. And yesterday, you could see it. And even though he wasn't all the way there, he still got 16 boards. We're going to be good. And OG, now OG is the classic dude. You cannot overplay, don't play him too much. Now, OG, I'll be honest, as far as concern, OG is my biggest concern. He's averaging 37 minutes a game, which is not bad, really. I mean, when you talk about that means he's getting 11 minutes rest a game. And I'm going to be nitpicky. I would like him to be around 35, 34. That would be better. Okay, 35, 34. But you got to keep him on the floor because the boy is grown-ass man energy lockdown, right? So you got to keep him on the floor. Yeah, so yeah. Oh, that was a bad fall. You seen that? That fall, man. I saw that fall. I was so glad he got up, man. I think all of us were. When OG hit the ground like that real hard, he dunked with two hands, and then his hand slipped off the rim, and he hit the ground hard, man. Woo! When he got up, and then they showed him talking to Cam, was asking him, "How's your ribs?" And he said, "Ribs." He said, "I fell on my arm, and it's fine." I mean, that's what he said on the sideline. So, yeah, but that was tough, man. That was scary. So, we'll be all right. And then, like I mentioned, the overall strategy for Thibs would please. Every year he does the same thing. And what he's doing is he's getting his rotation in 82 game shape, which is why when they get to April, they're not burnt out. They actually are playing their best basketball. It's times like this. He's actually developing their win right now. He's developing their conditioning right now. So don't get tripped out by these idiots putting, this is how many minutes they played, all 40 minutes. And Thibs is playing them too much. That's some crap. Thibs knows what he's doing. Okay. And I wish people would stop trying to act like they know how to coach an NBA team better than Tom Thibodeau when they don't know what the hell they doing. If somebody was better than Tom Thibodeau on the New York Knicks sideline, they'd be on the New York Knicks sideline. But they're not. Sitting behind your computer typing about Tom Thibodeau is like a pedophile. Or some knucklehead, while he's looking at women on, you don't know what you're talking about. But you're acting like you know more than Tom Thibodeau. Have some respect. Shoot. Now, Deuce was missing for 3 games. And if y'all don't understand how significant that is, you don't know basketball. Deuce is the most valuable piece in the second unit. And he's been missing for 3 games. That's big time. It's almost as bad as losing a starter on the Knicks. Okay? Losing Deuce is just like that. So people talking about the bench when Deuce McBride is hurt, please stop. I just want to know when he's going to be back. When is he going to be back? I mean, is he going to come back tomorrow against Orlando? I feel like Deuce will be back sometime this week. But I'm hoping, when he comes back, he got to be ready because I don't want to push him out there too ready and he hurt himself. You could see in his face, though. Did y'all see Deuce's face? I watched the whole game of Oklahoma City and they showed him on the sideline. And you want to talk about a brother that's mad? You want to talk about a brother that's disappointed? And then yesterday he was mad again. He was sitting on the sideline. You could see him stewing. So I just want him to come back when he's ready and not push himself. He's the type that will push himself back before he's ready and hurt himself again. So I hope that hammy is good. Let's just let it get better and then we'll be all right. Sweetie. Thibs is coaching on the worst franchise for media in the world. There is no basketball franchise that is worse in the world than the New York media, and it's a good portion of its fan base. So talking about holding him accountable when the boy is marching on the sidelines of the heaviest jersey in the world, please stop. Because he got to deal with y'all every day. Thibs is a great coach. And nobody else wants to come here and deal with the crap some of y'all throw out there. Every game, somebody overanalyzing. You know what? He wore his pants too tight today. I think he made that mistake on the court. He should have played so more minutes. He had a booger in his nose. He did not wipe his behind the way he was supposed to. Daggone it. What's wrong with Thibodeau? Hold him accountable. He's coaching the New York Knicks. There's no tougher team to coach in the NBA than the New York Knicks. Oh, my God. Thibs had gas today. He stunk. Oh, my God. Hold him accountable. Stop it. We need to give him more props instead of trying to hold him accountable. See, that's that Twitter, BSPN, Sports Illustrated, NBA Central bullcrap that y'all be getting on Twitter. That's why y'all talking like, hold him accountable. Oh, stop it. This coach is coaching the toughest market in the world right now. You don't come in, that's right, you can't come in here talking about my boy Thibs. Hold him accountable. Anyway, Shaman and Payne are finally here. Precious, Shaman, and Payne are here. But honestly, and they're going to be good. They're going to be real good, especially, like I said, Shaman, you ain't seen anything close to Shaman yet. You ain't. Because he could shoot. You're seeing him play defense, which was a surprise revelation to me, seeing him do that in preseason. So you're seeing him play defense. Thank you, Jay Supreme. I'm trying to have mercy. I can see them all dancing on the third rail. I'm trying my best to have mercy. So really what helped me, though, is that Jimmy Butler conversation. That really helped me a lot. Oh, my gosh, man. When I'm looking at our team and I'm looking at Miami with Jimmy and Gimme, they got a problem internally. We don't have any internal problems. We good. So anyway, Shaman, you ain't seen Shaman yet. You're going to, though. And y'all going to be very happy when you start to see him shoot that rock the way he can shoot it. Deuce is going to come back, and he's going to be Deuce. Deuce has been hurting him for a few games now, to be quite honest with you. You can see it in his shooting. He's not been shooting the ball well for like the last 4 games. And he's still averaging 10 a game, and he's still shooting, I think he's still shooting over 40%, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see it. Deuce McBride is still shooting. What is his percentage now? Even with 4 bad shooting games, Deuce McBride is shooting 40% from 3 still. Okay, so yeah, me too, Ace of Spades. I love seeing Miami in trouble. I can't stand the Heat. So I respect Pat Riley for sure. But I am so happy what's going on with Jimmy Gimme. Everybody's asking, listen, you see the new press conferences? They're asking Bam about Jimmy Gimme. They're asking Tyler Hero about Jimmy Gimme. They're asking Pat Riley about Jimmy Gimme. They're asking Eric Spoelstra about Jimmy Gimme. They're asking everybody about Jimmy Gimme. And nobody is focused on the game. That's right, Oliver. Motherfucker Miami, the motherfucker Jimmy Gimme. Let him go over there with Dorian Finney. We got it now, baby. That really helped me a lot. So, we getting ready to get MitchRob back sometime this month, right? Maybe it's early February. We're getting ready to get MitchRob back. We should be excited. We should be looking forward to that. All I want to know now is I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm thinking that Deuce is day to day. I don't think they've announced that he's going to have any extended timeout. He's been ruled out, but he's kind of day to day, right? Deucey is day to day, and I want to say Gato is day to day, right? He went to the locker room, probably a precaution. You know, I don't think he's seriously injured, put it that way. Hopefully not. I don't think he's seriously injured. I think it's precautionary, right? You see, went to the locker room, final stage, 4th quarter. Apparent hamstring. They said hamstring injury. And, I'm not worried too much. Not too much. And I'm really not worried if he decides to sit a little bit when MitchRob gets back. Not at all. We'll be all right. Yeah, they're very tricky, John Pettit. Hammies are very tricky. Thank you, Corey Lee, for that. I appreciate it, brother, for the $2. But more important, for the comic relief. That is good, man. Just that they didn't put an update out yet. They just said apparent hamstring. Yeah, apparent hamstring. So he tweaked his hamstring when he fell. Yeah, when you got to carry around feet that big, when you gotta be dragging around feet that big, hey, get a little tweak on the hammy, man. There's some big feet that boy got to bring around with him, big ass feet. I ain't seen feet like that since Bob Lanier. That boy feet is big. And it kills me. He should be wearing something that blends with the uniform. When he be wearing like red sneakers or pink sneakers or green sneakers and them things, I'll be like, damn. So I'm not surprised. You have to trip on that a little bit. Them boy feet big. But I'm not worried about Gato. He's going to be all right. He's going to be good. I'm not worried about Gato. And I'm not worried about Deuce either. That's just short-term problems. These are short-term problems, right? We'll be all right. So tomorrow, they're playing Orlando. They're playing Orlando tomorrow. What's Orlando's situation? Well, let's take a look. Orlando right now, as far as going to be out, Anthony Black, Gary Harris, Jalen Suggs, Pablo Banchero, Mo Wagner, Franz Wagner, all of them are going to be out. All of them going to be out. Yeah, so all of them are out. So, again, it's not going to be an easy game. They're going to come to fight because that daggone Jamal Mosley, he is a coach, man. That daggone Jamal Mosley is a coach, man. No, this is the thing, Ungreal. I told you 2 years ago, they're going to be held to pay with Orlando. They're still up and coming, man. They're going to be all right. So, yeah, they might, take a step back this year, because of the injuries, but they're going to be all right. Does he wear that bigger shoe? Nah, but Gato's is past 18. 18 would be too small for Gato. That'd be too small. I think you need size 24 for Gato Grande. That boy got some clod hoppers. That boy would smash some grapes, baby. I mean, for real. So, yeah, I'm sure Donovan Mitchell got some clod hoppers too, but yeah. I hope not, Sean Butler. I never want Boston to win. That's another team I can't stand. I never want Boston to win. I hope Boston loses. I hope OKC keeps their streak going and beat Boston ass today. That's what I want. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember Bob Lanier, and I ain't seen feet as big as Gato since Bob Lanier. And Bob Lanier, I saw Bob Lanier's sneakers, and this was a long time ago. I was at the Springfield Hall of Fame, and they put his sneakers. This is before they put his sneakers gold cased, size 22 in the Hall of Fame. I'm not lying. I was there in Springfield, Massachusetts, and they had his sneakers. And I knew they was big, but damn. So Gato's, they should put Gato's right next to his. Shoot. Yeah, so the Knicks have a home game against Orlando tomorrow. Let's honestly, I hope Gato's good. And I hope Deuce is good. But if we got to sit Deuce another game, I don't have a problem with that. Let him sit. Bring Payne and Shamet in there, and let's ball. Okay, I like that. I don't know what happened with Precious on Friday. Thibs only played. Precious didn't even play 10 minutes. Did you notice that? I don't know. He wasn't in foul trouble. Maybe something was tweaked. I don't know. But he only played, and against Oklahoma City, he played less than 10 minutes. Now, yesterday he played more than 20-something minutes. But against OKC, I'm looking here. Let me see. Precious played 8 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what happened Friday. Could it be something was tweaked or something? I don't know, but he only played 8 minutes Friday. But then yesterday he was back to playing heavy minutes, and Precious yesterday played, let me see, he played yesterday 27 minutes, which you expect. So hopefully Precious is good. I don't know what happened. Thibs don't tell you everything, but when you see something like that, it could be something was wrong. Could have been something, So he's all right. So hopefully he's ready to play tomorrow. You get Payne, you get Shamit, you get Precious, you get the starting five. If you can get Deuce in there, great, but we'll see. It's a good game for the Knicks tomorrow. Good shot. I don't want to predict anything. This is the league, as we know. But let's hope. They got a 7 out of 8 games at home coming up. And I think, am I mistaken that the only road game they have in this stretch is in Brooklyn? I think that is the case, right? I think that is the case. The only away game in the next 8 games is in Brooklyn. Let me just double check that. Let me see. No, it's at Philly. Might as well be Brooklyn. So they got at Philly on January 15th on BSPN. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight home games. Then they got a back-to-back as part of that, Milwaukee, Detroit. Then they go to Philly. Then they come back and they play Minnesota and Atlanta at home. Then they go to Brooklyn. This is pretty good schedule. I like the schedule. Yeah, they got Philly at home, in Philly. After they got 5 games at home, then they play Philly, then they got another home game. So, okay, so we'll see. We'll see. You gonna be at the Brooklyn game, Cherokee? Oh, nice, man. Nice. Yeah, we went to the Brooklyn game last year, right? Yeah. I went to 3 games already this year. I don't know if I'm gonna go to another game this year, man. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, we'll see. But anyway, let me go take my mama out and my baby out to dinner today. I want to thank you all for your active participation. I want to thank y'all that whoever brought up Jimmy Butler got me in a good role, because some of y'all, Charm Boy, y'all was getting on my last nerve, like that hemorrhoid that I ain't got no preparation H for. But you survived. You survived the third rail. Very blessed you are. Jumping on the third rail and you are able to make it safely. But the Jimmy Gimme, that's going to keep me in good spirits for a minute. Now, tomorrow, we got Orlando. It kills me because they just got Dorian Finney. So I said, get Jimmy Gimme to play with Dorian Finney. And that's what they're going to do. I wouldn't be surprised if the Lakers got him, though. But I do like the Golden State and Minnesota ideas that y'all brought up. That makes sense. Especially Minnesota ain't going nowhere right now. If Minnesota want to pull the plug, we see, because Jimmy, to many would really be all right because they ain't got to pay him after this year. So. Yeah, I'm just wondering who the Suns would give up, Jay Snapper, that Pat Riley would want. That's why I don't know about the Suns. I'm like, who are they going to give up that Pat Riley's going to want for $49 million? Only Beal and Pat Riley probably take one of them youngins, Ogadaro or Ryan. They'll take one of them. But I'm just, will Pat Riley do that? I don't know. Yeah, they'll take Dunn and Beal, but will if I'm Pat Riley, I'm hesitating on that. I don't want Beal. I don't want him. I don't want him. If I'm Pat Riley now. If I'm giving up Jimmy Gimme, I'm trying to rebuild now. I don't want him. So that's I don't know if I do that. Now I would take Julius Randle. I would take Kuminga with Wiggins if I'm Pat Riley, but I don't know about Beal, man. Beal reaching in your pocket for the steal, because he ain't been balling since he been in Phoenix. No, yeah, Butler's going by the trade deadline this year, unless nobody wants him, and then he's going to have to stay put. But yeah, if I'm Pat Riley, I'll take Wiggins and Kuminga or Julius Randle. I'll do that. I would do that. Yeah. You want to send me? Let's do it right now. I would do it. So we'll see. But I'm not sure of Phoenix. I don't know why everybody's talking about Phoenix. I don't know what they would give up that Pat Riley would want. I don't know. Houston, I can see. It's, they got nice young talent in Houston, though I'm trying to wonder why Houston would do something like that. They got a really good team. What, you going to send them Jabari Smith? I'll keep Jabari Smith, thank you. But I don't know. See, so I'm wondering. San Antonio? Would San Antonio give up Devin Vassell? I wouldn't. So again, there you go. And does San Antonio have you ever known them to take a locker room head case and bring them on their team? I don't know. The Nuggets, they'd have to give up Michael Porter Jr. I heard him in trade in Denver talk radio. I've heard Michael Porter Jr.'s name brought up in trade possibilities, but 6'10", can shoot the rock, can run the floor, can play defense with that length. I don't know if I'm giving him up for Jimmy Gimme, but I can understand it because you got Joker in his prime, so you might do it. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll have to see, man. Denver's a possibility. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. As Mario Rivera said, we got to see what happens. We're going to see soon, though, because I think they're getting that deal done before the trade deadline. The Jimmy Gimme is gone by the trade deadline. I can tell you that right now. Pat Riley said they're taking calls. That's kiss of death. You gone. You out of Miami. Oh, yeah, Jimmy Gimme and Westbrook on the same team. The thing about Westbrook is he's not a head case. Westbrook is just an intense ball player, right? Right? Westbrook is not a head case. He's a very intense player. That's just him. He plays with a lot of emotion and intensity, which, it's a double-edged sword, but we'll see. Yeah, he can go to the Wizards. He can go to Charlotte. He can go to hell as far as Pat Riley's concerned. He's not messed up. But anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We will talk again soon. The Knicks are going to be all right. Let's just see what this injury report looks like the end of the day today going into tomorrow. What are they reporting about our guys? We'll see. Y'all enjoy. Shalom.